Welcome to Comeback Culture, a podcast where me, Gabby Dixon, lifetime athlete, is going through my biggest season of repair and recovery. And this time, I'm pulling in some inspirational reinforcements to help me and maybe you get through it. Today's guest is back-to-back Strong Woman Rogue Invitational Champion, Arnold 2025 champion, 2024 North American champion, log press world record holder pressing 321.4 pounds over her head. She's the undisputed muscle mommy. She's a single mom. And extraordinaire and all around silly goose, my dear friend, Inez Carrasquillo. Hi, BB.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course. How are you?
I'm surviving. What else is there to do?
The world is hard, and we're both a little down right now, eh?
Yes. I think it's the perfect time to do this because I'm like, gotta
Truly.
get back on that horse soon, you know?
Truly. My initial thought for having you on was around what I thought to be one of your coolest, biggest accomplishment comebacks, of winning that 2025 championship after busting your face open the year prior. But now we're in a whole nother cycle of comebacks, and that's just kind of how it is as an athlete, right? Like,
Yes.
it's just what we do. It's our
It's
thing.
part of the
So,
game. It's part of the game.
yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy to have you on as my very first guest because this is something we both share and we've been friends for a long time. So thanks for going on this little journey with me.
I got you.
You're the best. Okay, so I'm thinking what I want to first ask you
Mhm.
is tell me about little Nez. Can you tell me about like who you were as a kid, maybe a little bit about your childhood and like give me some of the things that like built you up to who you are today.
So, okay, I grew up in a house with my grandmother, my great grandmother, my great uncle, my aunt, and my two sisters. So it was a big family in one little house and shared a room with my sisters my whole life. I'm the oldest of three total. My
Okay,
youngest,
oldest club.
yeah, oldest club. I'm also the biggest. So like my sisters are all like 5'1", except the baby. She's on my dad's side, so she's also like 6 foot tall. But in that house, I was the biggest one growing up. And I think growing up was challenging because I was always so big. I was always so different. And, I'm autistic. So, like, I have my little quirks about me. But I loved the chaos of the house. I loved, I thrive under like loud and like just people going off and like always having someone to talk to. I'm very social, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I need that interaction or otherwise I'll go like freaking insane. But I've always been very interested in volleyball. I played from a very young age. I always played on like the little leagues. I always played like during the summers, I would do the camps with like in the high school. I would like play as much as I could because I really loved volleyball. It was really
Mm-hmm.
hard, making friends. Because I'm weird. I'm not like normal. Like it's I'm not like trying to be funny, but like I'm not very normal. Growing
Yep.
up, I wasn't very girly. I've recently like tapped into that girliness and like I'm all into it now. But like growing up, it was like baggy clothes and like because things were like a sensory nightmare for me. So like I hated it so much. And yeah, I loved volleyball. I played in middle school. I played in high school, and then also in high school, I threw shot put and in track and
Oh.
field, and I really enjoyed shot put. I liked the individual aspect of the sport because on a team sport, not really getting along with everyone and feeling like kind of like the outcast was really hard for me, and I would be like, I don't want to play. Like I don't
Right. It's hard.
yeah, and like if you don't make a mistake, but someone else makes a mistake, like everyone gets punished. And I'm kind of just like, can I just like play by myself? Like I don't want to like rely on other people type of thing. But that
Right.
was just me. And so track was really fun for me because it was just like it was all you. And that's
Yeah.
where I was introduced to the weight room, which I hated growing up. I hated being in the gym. I was like 175 pounds like in high school. I was very, very skinny. And if you know me now, I'm like
Wow.
260. So
Yeah.
like I'm 100 more pounds than I was in high school, but like growing up,
Crazy.
it was always like, don't get too bulky, you don't want muscles, you're a girl, like you can't look like that, blah, 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 blah. And so
Hmm.
like whenever I go in the weight room, I'd be like, I don't want to do this. Like, and I would always fight with the coach. I'd always like, it's funny because we're friends now, and he's like, you're like the last person I'd expect to like do this stuff. You fought me tooth and nail on this. And but yeah, so I wasn't necessarily like shy. I'm just like weird, and like I have weird interests that like a lot of, I feel like volleyball players are very preppy. So like I wasn't like a preppy type of person. And like growing up, we didn't have a lot of money. So like I wouldn't have like the nicest shoes. I wouldn't have like the nicest this or the name brand this.
Sure.
It
Sure.
was, yeah, my grandma supported everybody in the family. So like she did her best. But like I remember in college, I had a pair of, I think it was black shoes, and everyone else had white shoes, or it was vice versa. And like, they didn't even want me in like the picture because they were like, your shoes don't match ours. And I'm like, I'm still on the team. Like, are you kidding
That's
me? So,
so rude.
yeah, but it's like, I was like, whatever. I don't even like you guys. So like, I don't want to be on the picture anyways. There's like one girl I'm
Yeah.
actually still friends with that was really cool with me. But like, yeah, and like I met one of my lifelong friends, and I played volleyball since like middle school together. Her name's Jen, and like we recently like met up again because she moved back close to the area, and like we were just talking about the volleyball times, and I'm like, you were like the one that was like always cool with me, and like you didn't
Oh.
care about my quirks, you didn't like, you were just cool, and like we'd always like be partners and stuff. But sorry, I'm yapping so
No, I love it. No,
yeah,
this is great. This is what I feel like people don't get like this part of like you. So like I really want
yeah,
to like feature my people and like let people know who they are as like whole
yeah,
full people with like a past and a present and a
yeah,
future, all the things. So this is
yeah,
great.
no, yeah, and like
What
high
was your
school. What
Oh,
was
sorry, I
what?
was just gonna ask one question. What was your grandma doing to support you guys? What was her job? Like what was her
She actually was a bus driver at the high school that I
See,
went
that's
to.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Okay.
yeah, and she worked there forever. She was like, yeah.
Wow.
It's funny
I mean, they
because
do
she
have
was
good
like the
benefits.
one. Well, she was the one that taught me how to drive, and if you know anything about me, I'm like the worst driver ever. But she was like the safest driver, so I don't know where I get that from.
I know
Anywho,
every time we would share a rental car, it would just be like, here's the keys, Ness.
I'm like, you just keep them. Yeah, well, it's not. It's not. It's
Oh my
so
gosh.
funny.
Okay. So you were gonna start talking about high school. Was there something else you wanted to
Yeah,
share about high school?
yeah. High school was a weird time for me. I was like that scene emo kid type of like person, and like I was also in band. I played bass clarinet.
Naturally.
Yeah, I played
Naturally.
bass clarinet for many, many years. I loved band. I loved it so much. I liked orchestra.
Amazing.
Hated marching band, but I loved orchestra. But I was like a nerd
Wait, why did you hate marching band? Because it was fitness?
because it was outside. I don't like being outside. Like I don't.
Got it.
It made me
Another fun
walk.
fact.
Yeah, it's hot. I don't want to be outside. If I'm sweating, I don't want to be there. So
Perfect.
yeah, the only reason we were in marching bands because we went to Cedar Point every year. So like I was like, yeah, let's go to Cedar Point. But everything else, I was like,
Fine.
God damn it, I don't want to be here. But yeah, high school was very like I was very to the book, like always following the rules. I was like my sister would call me like the goody two shoes type because like straight A's, like all honors, like very strict and like whatever. And then college came and it was just like I tanked so hard.
Really?
As soon as I had a taste of freedom, I tanked like so hard because I was terrified of my grandma, right? And as
Ah,
soon as I was like outside of the house, it was just like I was a nightmare. Like I failed 3 classes in college. I've never failed a class in my life, but I failed 3 classes
wow.
in college. Guess the class. You're gonna laugh so hard.
Oh, there's so many things it could be. I almost failed introduction to theater. So I like it could be anything.
Health
What was
class,
it?
Gabby. Health.
Shut
I
up.
failed health twice. Yes.
Like PE or like
It
what
was
was
like a
it?
nutrition, like, exercise. Yeah, it was like everything or
Okay,
whatever. I almost
sure.
failed that. I failed it twice. And then I failed a class called the Developing World because the teacher had it out for me. And like, I went to a Lutheran college, mind you, covered in tattoos. And like,
Wait, which Lutheran college did you go to?
I went to Concordia University. Yeah. What?
Inez, did you know that I also went to Concordia University?
Oh my god.
I'm being. How did we
That's
not know this about
so
each
fun.
other?
That is so crazy.
Which
That was
one did
like
you
the
go to?
Chicago, of
I
course.
went to Portland.
Oh my god.
That's
We actually played your
crazy.
volleyball team in Texas.
We
My when I
played
played.
we played your
Yeah.
track and field team in Indiana.
Oh my
That's
god.
crazy.
That is so crazy. That is
What?
actually unhinged. Okay, I love that so much.
That's
But yeah,
actually insane. I have goosebumps. Ooh. Okay.
that is so
Okay, so you
crazy.
that's
Yeah, but
wild.
I tanked so hard and like I developed, I drank a lot. I
Mm.
drank. Every night that I could get my hands on something, I would drink.
Oof.
I was smoking, a lot of weed, a lot of whatever, painkillers, whatever I could get my hands on.
Oh,
It was just like,
baby.
yeah, it was like really bad. And it was just because I had like this void. I wasn't really talking to my family at the time. I wasn't like whatever. But then like I met my child's father my junior or sophomore year. I think my sophomore or junior year of college. And I was also living in my car at a time. And yeah, so I was living
Okay.
in the campus parking lot, just like, and I would just use the locker room facility to like shower and stuff, and I would just like do my
Sure.
thing and just
Yeah.
still on
Were you
campus,
there?
whatever.
Were you there on scholarship for volleyball, or were you just there?
No, I was not on scholarship. I did have to pay out of pocket and do financial aid. I owe a ton of
Same.
they ain't ever
Same.
seen it. Like it's never gonna get paid, but whatever. I don't really care at this point in time. Sorry,
Daddy
government.
Joe was supposed to pay our loans, and he failed, and I don't know what to tell you. That was
And you're
not
gonna
my fault.
trust and you're gonna trust an 18-year-old with thousands of dollars of loans. Like that's
That's
your
their
fault.
bad.
Yeah,
That's
that's
their
your fault.
fault.
Not my
Like that's
problem.
old
So
Gabby. I'm not responsible for her.
yeah, no,
Like,
that's old me. But yeah, so through addiction and everything, like I met my child's father and I was actually pregnant my senior year of college, which was very
okay.
rough at a Lutheran university when you're not married and you're pregnant. And
Yeah.
yeah, they did not like that very much. But I did major in art and psychology. I was gonna go into art therapy. That was like my thing. I
Okay.
really I went to AA. I went through some like rehabilitation. I did like a lot of stuff because I was like, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I need to change everything. I need to
Yeah.
stop. I'm like, I want to be a mom. Like it was very early. I was only 21 when I found out. But I was just like, I can't like do this to my own child. Like I can't. So that's like when the click in my brain like shifted and I was like, I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna like be better because I can't do this anymore. And it's not just affecting me, it's now affecting a whole other person. So
Yeah.
I got the help I needed. I literally cut everything cold turkey and like started therapy and like yeah, it was rough. Let me tell you, rough. Like
Yeah.
people don't understand how much of an impact alcohol has on you until you like actually have to stop doing it. And I went freaking crazy. Like it was really hard on me. Not a lot of people know this about me, so I'm like, I don't care who
Yeah.
hears it because it might help somebody one day. But like, I had my son, and I was 22, and I had him. I think like because July, like maybe 2 months after I graduated. So I was like graduating
Hmm.
pregnant, and to graduate was a big deal because I was like, I didn't even think I was going to graduate, and
Were
so I
you
had.
were you one of the first in your family to graduate?
I think I'm first, yeah, to graduate college in my family. So I wanted to finish, and I was just like, I'm paying a lot of money. I just want that piece of paper saying I like accomplished something. You know what I mean? Because I'm like,
Hell yeah.
if I started, I might as well finish. And if I go the art therapy route, like that'd be really cool because like I really want to help people and like get them through the things that like I've gone through. And college too was rough because I've been through a lot of like crazy relationships and like you know discovering who I am as a person and just
Mhm.
like it was a lot, and especially when you're like kind of like by yourself, it's kind of hard to like navigate that. So yeah, then I had Lamar and he's 9 now, which is so crazy, and he's the biggest kid. Yeah, and I found powerlifting. I gained a lot of weight after I had Lamar, and I was binge eating. It was just like I replaced drugs and alcohol with eating, and it was just like an emotional thing for me. And I got up to 330 pounds at my heaviest, which
That's a lot for your friend for sure.
yeah, I'm 6'1", so I'm pretty tall, but like that was just still too much. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't breathe, and I was developing hypertension. I was
Oof.
pre-diabetic. I was, yeah, like every click on the list, it was like check, 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 check. So my doctor's like, if you want to see your son live to be an adult, like you're gonna have to make changes now. And that like another click in my brain, I was like, I need to go to the
Mm-hmm.
gym. I started like just going to the commercial gym and just like, whatever. It was fun. I just went in the morning. I didn't want anybody to look at me. So I'd go at 4 a.m. So when no one was in the gym and just train by myself because I was so scared that people were gonna like judge me or like look at me and stuff. So like, yeah, it's hard when you're a bigger girl in an environment like that. People always want to give you advice. People always want to like give their opinions or their suggestions. And you're just like,
Or they're just amazed that you're even there and you're like, oh my gosh, you're
yeah,
jumping on boxes. It's like, go
yeah,
away.
yeah. Or like, oh, you should try dieting first. And it's like, I want to lift a barbell. Like, why do I have to diet in order to lift a barbell? Like, that's
You
stupid.
know? Yeah.
So went early, and then I started working in the city. I worked at Lyft for the rideshare company. I was in the corporate office,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, I worked there for 5 years, and I was in the downtown like building, and I looked up a gym and I found Rockwell, and that's where I met Matt, my best friend, and I started
Oh.
powerlifting because he's like, "You're big, and let's go. Like, I can make you really strong, whatever." And I did that for a year and a half, and then I got really bored. I totaled the 13th all-time women's total, quit the next day, and started strongman.
Period.
Yep, and I fell in love
Period.
with it. I strongman had its ups and downs too. Sorry, I know you said childhood, but I'm like in adulthood now.
No, no, this is great. Because my
Yeah, and
next
then
question was going to be, what's your relationship with comeback? So we're kind of answering both those questions.
look at
So
that.
it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you ticked two boxes already. You're good.
I'm an overachiever, but strongman. So like, I love the individualistic aspect of it, but like, I did like that the girls always felt like kind of like a team. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so I fell in love with strongman because like the competitions were so different than powerlifting. And powerlifting, people were kind of just like to themselves, headphones on, they didn't want to look at you. But in
Kind of like
strong,
track and field, right? Because track and field, they were very to themselves that way too.
yes, not the throwers
Hmm.
though. Really, I think, but with my
The
team, we
throwers
were
were
always
usually cool.
yeah, sprinters and stuff. I feel like that was a little different, but yeah, throwers were always like hug me, like yay, team hug. But like, but strongman, like at my first comp was just at my gym. Everyone was like cheering you on, and like all the competitors were like around you, like cheering and like helping me because I had no idea what I was doing. I thought every event you had to go ham sandwich, right? And so like there were like the two girls that were in my class, they like zeroed the car deadlift. I got like 17. I didn't know I only needed one to win the event. I thought I had to go the whole minute.
Listen, we could go over lessons learned from going ham
Yeah.
or not enough ham. We could do that. That could be a whole nother freaking segment because
It was so crazy. And so I won and I was like, oh my God, I really like this. That's when I got my old coach and I did Beast of the Blue. I did all these comps or whatever, did the Arnold, and then just grew into the athlete I am today. And it's just been wild. Very fast,
yeah,
but very wild.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, thank you so much for sharing all that. I feel like
Right.
I learned so much more about you, and I consider you a dear friend. So that's really
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
I'm trying
Um,
this like vulnerability thing where like I know like my story could help somebody. So like I need to stop like, oh, maybe I'm oversharing. It's like, no, like someone might need to listen to that and be like, oh, like I'm not alone in this. And like strongman is not just about what you're physically capable of. I feel like the sport really brings out the mental and emotional aspect just as much as the physical. And I'm trying to be better with that. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something we get to work on since we're just a little under the weather as far as our bodies go in this point in time.
yeah,
Um,
seriously.
and that's something that I've really taken to heart this last year and a half or so of kind of being like not in my best state of like, okay, what else can I do with the strength I've developed? What else can I
Yeah.
make happen with my skill set that I've, become so accustomed to practicing? Okay, so we met at my first strongman competition
Rainier, right?
in America, the Rainier Classic.
Yeah.
And I I just wanted to share the first time I knew about you before that just because someone told me you were really hot and strong. Somebody at my gym was like they learned that I was doing strongman like, "Oh my God, do you follow Inez?" And I was like, who's this? Like, I don't know. Like, look at her tattoos are super hot. She's like a muscle mommy. You have to follow her. And so I just started following you. I was like, sure, like I'll start following Nez. And then come to find out, I had gone a couple months prior. So I spent a year in New Zealand doing rugby, and that's where I discovered strongman. And I ended up winning New Zealand's Strongest Woman, which was going to give me a bid to Worlds in 2020. Of course, that got canceled, but whatever. But leading up that year of 2020, I had got hit up by a rugby friend who goes to Dungeon Strength, and he wanted me to be part of their group competition. And I was like, sure. Like we were gonna dress as Ninja Turtles, and we were doing like a Halloween competition. That was my first like it wasn't like what's the word? Wasn't legal, wasn't like a real competition, but it was just like a fun in-house thing that
Yeah.
he invited me to come up to. I was like, sure, like I could go and dust some, I can try some strongman stuff. I haven't done anything since I've been back for like 6 months, so sure. End up doing that, and I impressed them, and then I was like, I want to do the Rainier Classic. I was just gonna do the amateur, and they're like, you should do the big girl show, and I was like, nah, and they're like, no, you should do it. And I was like, okay, fine. So I signed up, and then I followed you, and then I realized I was competing against you. I was like, what did I get myself into? It's like happened to be the heaviest, biggest show that North America has ever seen. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that first one, especially because it was like it was you, it was Nadia, it was Victoria Long. I
Monica.
was like
Yeah.
Monica, everybody was there, and I was like, I didn't mean to. Oh lordy. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, and then from there we just became friends almost immediately because we were just
Yeah.
like, you want some snacks, basically. Like it was, I
Yeah.
think I gave you a latte or something like that, and we've
And
been,
yeah, always.
it's
It's either
just
ice cream
it's
or
just the
coffee with
way.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always an ice with oat milk and or
Yup.
some sort of snack that we're both have we're sharing. I bring a plethora of snacks. So I do make friends pretty easy. Like it's fine. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about too, like what is your what's your favorite comeback story of yours? What's something
Um,
that you think like you're most proud of?
it's everyone knows it's the Arnold 2024 because that was the event that changed my entire strongman career, honestly. Like
Okay.
getting hurt, that was like the first time I like really got hurt. And it was like not just like an invisible injury, it was like jarring what my face looked like. You'll have to edit my face in this clip or something, but like
I'll try.
it's a jump
Well,
scare. Like you can jump scare people with that.
it
But
was it was intense.
it was very intense. And it took every ounce of courage that I had to come out the next day and like show my face like that because I was so embarrassed. Like I was so scared because people always make comments about my body and stuff, but I'm just like, oh my
Right.
God, they're gonna call me ugly and they're gonna call me this and I'm gonna have to read about it later. But I was just like, you know what? I didn't come all the way out here to just be like, whatever, go home and cry about it. Like I could cry after the event. You know what I mean?
Right.
You
Right.
know, I so that was just big for me because like I didn't unnecessarily like care about whatever people said about me. And I kind of just said, I'm just going for it. Like I
Yeah.
and then after that, it was like it was really hard for me to get back in the gym. It was really hard for me to get motivation to like because when you have people
Okay, I'm
hyping
gonna
you
I'm
up,
gonna I'm gonna stop you because I wanna rewind just a little bit. So I
yeah,
want you to like just like set the scene. Tell me about your prep. Tell me about your mindset going into that, and like get me in that moment of like
yeah,
when it happens. I want people to feel it. I want people to know what that process was
yeah.
like.
The 2024 Arnold.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. My prep was really good. And like people were like, "Oh, she can get it this year. She can win this year. She's looking fucking strong. She's looking strong. She's looking good. Whatever." Yeah, and it's like, okay, like I think I can do this. I think I can do this. And people have always been like, "Oh, she has potential, but this. She has potential, but this." And it's usually deadlift. It's usually I'm clumsy. I am clumsy. I can't. I got
It is
baby.
what it is.
I can't. Yeah, it is what it is. And like I'm a toe walker, so like when I run on my toes. So you can tell that's a recipe for disaster.
My sweet autistic friend. It's
It,
okay.
I know it's so bad, but like when you have people hyping you up, and you're like, holy shit, like I have to perform because like that was the year I didn't originally get an invite.
I
Like that
know.
was the year that people like I was forgotten almost. You know what I mean? And they thought I
Yeah.
retired.
We
So
were
like
sitting
I'm
there.
like
We were sitting there talking about it at
Giants Live,
the Giants live
US
show.
versus
We
UK.
were, and I saw you like freaking out, like, why didn't I get my invite? And I was like, why didn't you? Why didn't I get? But why didn't you get an invite? You've already been there,
Yeah.
Like it was. I remember that feeling.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, so now I got my invite. They had to add a whole spot for me. So I really have to like prove my worth being here almost, Because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, why open a spot if I'm just gonna like, you know what I mean, fumble. So I was doing pretty good, and then the frame happened. And for the deadlift, I did miss my third. That's not surprising at all.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
if I can hit a PR, it's a true miracle.
We'll take them.
Um, yeah, seriously. Like if I could deadlift like you, it'd be a goddamn miracle. But so everything was going well. Log was okay, like everything was going well, whatever. And then the frame happened and I was crushed. Like I thought I lost all my teeth. So the first thing I did was reach in my mouth because I was like, oh my God, do I have front teeth? I was like, because I'm bleeding. I'm like, oh my, it was just like it went so fast, and like I was like, holy shit, like what is going on right now? And the lights went off real fast because Rogue and Arnold very respectful for the athlete. Like they always make sure you
Yeah.
get some privacy because there's so many people watching you. They're watching you live. They're watching you from home. They're in the crowd.
Right.
Everyone's like, who, like, oh my God, and it's just like, it's overwhelming because it's like everyone just saw what happened and I don't even know what's going on right now. So
Yeah.
then I go to the back and I'm sitting there for a second and I'm like dripping blood like everywhere. I don't know if my nose is broken. I don't know if my teeth are all fixed. Like I don't know what's going on. I know my piercings, I have like nose rings, they're like stuck. They were like jammed in there and I'm like, "Oh
Oof.
my God, like what the hell is going on?" So then they were like, the inside of your nose had like a laceration or something. So like we need to get that like probably stitched up. And like my lip was all busted open. So I ended up going to the medic and then they're like, we need to take you to the hospital because you need a CAT scan because like we don't know if something's like broken or not. And I was like, oh my God. And that was the last event of the day. So it's getting later in the day. And I'm like, I need to know if I need to go back tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And then and I also like can't take pain medication like that. So I'm like
Right.
this
Because are
sucks.
you an NA as well? Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So whatever. I get to the hospital, they do the CAT scan, like nothing's broken. They said they saw like a faint little crack right here or something, but they were like, it doesn't look like anything. So they weren't like worried about it. Cause
Okay.
that's like where I hit. I was like, right here. It like went
Ugh.
up. Yeah.
And did you just trip? Because as someone watching, I wasn't sure if you had tripped or stumbled or fumbled, but as someone has now done it, like that slant is a lot deeper than it looks. Like that
Yes.
that
I
that
made a rookie
uphill.
mistake. No, I made a rookie mistake. I
Okay.
I messed up, and that was another lesson for me too. And said because I was like this far away from the line, so I thought I could like push it, like kind of like pick it up and lunge it over the line.
Uh-huh.
But doing that, my foot slipped, and then I instead of lunging the frame, I lunged my body into the frame.
Oh
And
God.
so
Okay.
I literally could have stood up straight and took one step, and I would have been over the line. But I didn't do that. I tried to like rush it and not do it the correct way, and that's what happened.
Oh
So it
my
was like messed up. And I'm like, damn it, if I would have just done it the right way. And yeah, and of course the next day, I'm like, I wake up and my face is so swollen. And I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna suck. And we had circus dumbbell, Denny Stone, stone to shoulder. We had everything
all high
possible
pressure.
to put on my face. Yes. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, I gotta do it. I gotta go out there. Like, I have to like finish. No one like pressured me or anything, but it was just like, I need to like, I'm doing this for me, I'm not doing this for
Yeah.
anybody else. And like, I went out there and I did it and I got fifth, which is what I got the year before. So
Hey,
I was,
hey, hey, no hate on fifth place, okay? Fifth
I know
place
we're
ain't so
very
bad.
consistent. You got the OSG fifths in bank. I had the Arnold OSG. It's so funny. But yeah, and I was just like, damn it. Like, it was so frustrating to me because I'm like, I work so hard, and like I needed to prove my worth in this sport to myself, to like whatever. And like, because I always like put this pressure on me to like, I want to be the best. And like,
Yeah.
I think what really messed me up early in my career was I was winning these local shows. I won my first pro-am. It was like a platinum plus back in the day. And then Rainier was the one that kind of like and not like humbled me, but like I learned what it was like to be at that next step because Victoria Long whooped my ass. And
Oh
I was
yeah.
just like, I want to be her. But I was like, I needed to see that in order to know like what I needed to do to get better. And then in OSG, tied for third, got fourth because of stones, because
Yep.
of a rookie mistake. Little mistakes though have changed the way I like perform though, you know? And I think if I did not hurt my face last year, I would not be in this spot where I'm at today. That changed me 1000%.
Really? What do you think it was that clicked? Like what lit the fire?
The fire was like, this was like the lowest moment of my strongman career. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to go back to the gym. I didn't want to, I was like, maybe I should just retire because like this is terrible. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
like my face was so, oh my God. I looked at a plastic surgery consult because I'm like, I'm gonna be stuck like this forever. Like I am
It
atrocious.
was really bad.
It
It
was
was.
so bad.
I'll make sure I show some imaging or something because that was bad.
So
I was like,
bad.
my friend. I hope she recovers.
Yeah. And like being out in public was embarrassing. And like my son was even scared of me because he was like, are you okay? Like every 5 minutes, he was so scared. Like my family was just like, oh my God, like this looks so bad. Like, and I was just like, I feel so embarrassed. And like, and I know people were like constantly messaging me, like, that was so brave of you. That's so brave of you. But on the inside, I was just like, I'm embarrassed. Like I should not have done that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then I was asked to do North Americas, and that was in like July or August of that year.
July.
And
Yeah.
I was like, you know, maybe this will just be like a little comeback meet or whatever. Like I'll be happy to podium. You know what I mean? If I could podium, I didn't have any expectations on myself in North Americas though.
Yeah.
And I think after that Arnold, I told myself, stop putting these like expectations and these like this pressure on you because that pressure is what caused you to do that stupid mistake. You
Yeah.
know, you've never dropped a frame in practice and then you're going to drop it and then try to lunge it over a line. That's stupid. Like
Yeah.
that's not what you trained for, you know? Like you're better
Mm-hmm.
than, but
Mm-hmm.
it's that pressure that builds up and like you forget your cues, you forget the things you like you can do, and it's because you're constantly thinking about like, I got to do this in order to do this, and it was just too much. And I progressed so fast in my career, I didn't really have a lot of experience competing either, you know.
Yeah.
So then North Americas comes around and I'm like, whatever happens happens, I'm here to have fun, I'm with you, we got to freaking share a hotel room, I
It was
loved it so
so
much.
fun.
Yeah, and I'm like, I get to
So
be with my
fun.
friends. Becca Strong was there, like Morgan Irons, like, Monica, Sam, like, everyone was there. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out, have fun with my girls, and see what happens. And that was one of the best meets of my life. You know what I
It was
mean?
so fun. It was truly like the best. It was like summer with the girls. It was just so
It was
fun. I had a blast.
so much fun. And I didn't have any expectations of myself. I just went out there. I went for a world record attempt. It didn't bother me that I didn't get it, but it was
Good.
just like I was just like, "Oh my God, like, is this what strongman's supposed to be? Like, I'm supposed to have fun? Like, this
Yeah.
is
Supposed
actually
to
fun."
enjoy.
There was no deadlift event. I'm like, "This is the best day of my life." Like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
There was two
Like,
overheads, so I got
yeah,
it.
it's the best day ever. And throwing bags and stones. Like, come on. And a squat. You killed the
The
squat though.
squat
That
was
was
fun. I
the
always get
squat
my
was
little one
fun.
event. My little one event.
Everyone gets one. But yeah, so then that was like, I was like, oh, maybe this is how I should start competing and not being a total head case the whole time. And that, I think that was just because Arnold changed me so much. And
Yeah.
like that North America's was the comeback. I got my invite for Rogue, and then that was just changed my whole life. I went into Rogue and I was like, whatever you did in North America's, do that at Rogue.
Yeah.
And I always say this, Sam Beliveau after Arnold UK, because Arnold UK was right after Arnold. So
Right.
my face was still messed up too. I had to
Right.
fly like that. And I was in third place to the last event. And then deadlift knocked me down to fifth. Right.
Okay.
I
Fifth place, man. Ugh.
I lost it. I was in the bathroom sobbing, okay? Because I'm like, I almost had podium at a big show and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God, this is a deadlift. Of course, it was a deadlift.
Yep.
It was a deadlift for reps. Like, throw me a bone. Like, I suck at deadlift for reps, but whatever. And I just remember Sam coming up to me and she goes, hey, like, you're gonna win when it matters. She goes, and I was just like, I don't know what that really means right now. And she's like, no, like you're gonna win. She's like, you're gonna get there. And I love Sam. She's such a girl's
Same.
girl. Yeah,
Same. She
such
is.
a girl's girl. And she was just like, no more crying. She's like, we're gonna go out and have fun tonight. She's like, we're all gonna get together. She's like, but just remember, you are going to do the big things when it matters, right? And at the
Yeah.
time, we didn't know Rogue was gonna happen.
No,
And then
but we could all see it. We could all see it. So thank you, Sam, for telling our friend because
yeah.
yes.
But then at Rogue, she came up to me and she goes, I told you. And I was just like,
Oh,
yep.
don't make me cry. I
Yeah.
love
No, Rogue was,
that.
it was big. It was very, because I just went in and I was just like, let's have confidence and let's just crush this. Like, I wanted to make an impression. Because everyone always felt bad for me. You know what I mean? Everyone was always like, oh, she can get there maybe like one day. Like, she's good, but is she, And they
Uh-huh.
always felt bad because they're like, oh, but your face and like, you're so strong in that way. And I'm like, I want to be strong and tough and like, juicy and jacked. Like, that's what I want to be. Right. And so at Rogue, I was just like, I want people to have a different impression of me. I want people to
Yeah.
see like this girl changed so much and she just confident. It wasn't
Yeah.
like the poor Nez. It was like, no, hell yeah, this girl's got it on right now. And I
Yeah.
won 2 out of the 6 events.
You did so good. And I remember thinking when I saw the list of events for that, I was like, oh, Nez really has a shot with this one. Like this
Yeah.
one, in my mind, I was like, if she doesn't win, I'm shocked because this is literally a competition made for, like, you have to trip and fall to not, like, you
And that's what I would
literally, all
do.
you
Yeah,
have to do is stay on your
literally.
feet. All you have to do is not fall down, and you're going to win that competition,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Just so crazy. But it's like, I just went in and I was like, when I got 4th place on the deadlift, I was like, oh
Crazy.
shit. I was like,
Crazy.
sorry guys, but it's going down now. Like I thought I was gonna get like 8th. Like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
the fact that the task for that competition was for you just to not fall down, and
Yeah.
then you won, but then this year you fell down and you still won. I was like, that's a bad bitch right there. It don't matter. It don't matter.
And it wasn't even my fault that I fell this year. It wasn't even my fault.
Wait,
It
what
was just-
happened this year?
So, okay, funny story. It's not funny, but okay, so the power pins weren't like bolted, right? They were like, so they were kind of like free. And the last pin, when I was duck walking, it pinched my inner thigh. It left a blood blister like this big, but it shocked. It felt like I got electrocuted. I rolled my ankle and dropped the pin on my foot after I got pinched. And then because I rolled my ankle, it was weakened, right? So when I took a few steps, I did it again.
Oh no.
But then
Okay.
I was beating Olga in that event and I can see her. And I
Oh,
was
that's the
like,
worst.
I was in first and then I just dropped it. And then I was like, I got to finish now because Olga just finished and I just started the stairs. And I'm like, I
Uh-huh.
can still get top like 2 or 3 if I just
Yeah,
finish.
yeah.
And I got third, but I was like,
Take it. It's okay.
and then
I
I walked to the back and I'm bleeding. I'm like, I have blood all over my leg. It was because of the pinch of the plate. And I'm like, oh my God.
That sucks. I didn't know that. Oh my God. There's nothing worse than like the person that you know you're supposed to be being right next to you and you seeing them in the corner of your eye and like you just want to like stay in your own lane, but you can't help but like, oh, they're right there. Like that's when I fell down with the farmer's carry with Lucy next to me. Like, oh, like
Oh,
why do I
anytime
do
Lucy's
that?
next to me, I will fall down because Lucy's a god.
Yeah.
So.
Just poop my pants around Lucy
Yeah.
Underdown every single time.
Yep. Oh my God. That's so funny.
Wow. Okay, so a bit of an equipment malfunction. I'm sure they'll fix it because it's Rogue. They always get they have great
I told
stuff.
him after, I was like, can you guys like bolt these down? Because the men's are bolted. So I'm like, can you just like bolt them so like they don't move? Like,
Yeah.
it's a different implement for the guys and the girls because they have to make theirs bigger because it's so much heavier. But I'm
Right.
like, just drill a screw through them or
So
something so they don't spin
I
and
know you
stuff.
got some tools back there.
Rogue got
I'm
all the
sure.
tools. Yeah, it's so awesome. But
Shout
everything at
out
Rogue,
to
so professional, so great. I have so much fun at Rogue, and
I was about
yeah,
to say shout out to Rogue because I also really appreciate that they are one of the first that when they brought the women on, they paid them the same off the rip. And I think that is really freaking cool. And I want more and more places to continue on that trajectory, because that is really dope. I will say Rainier did the same thing, but just on a much smaller scale. But this is the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
like huge big scale
yeah.
comp that I've seen that's like, wow, that's really dope. So kudos to Rogue. Okay, let me look at my next question I've got for you. What is something that someone has said or that you've come up with that's gotten you through?
Wait, repeat that. Sorry, I'm
What
spaced.
is what is it's okay. What is something that someone has said or you've come up with that's gotten you through those like really tough times? Do you have like a
um,
mantra or
well, so like my biggest fan is my mom. She's so
oh,
funny. She calls me all the time. And like when this foot thing happened or whatever, she was like, because I was like, Mom, I gotta be realistic. Like I might miss some stuff or like I might have to like do this or whatever, because I didn't know at the time or whatever. And she's like, shut up with the realism. She's like, you are the dominator. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. And she's like, I don't want to hear any negativity from you. She's like, you're gonna come back, and she's like, you're gonna be freaking stronger, and like whatever. My mom like refuses to listen to my pity talk. Like she will like
I love it.
so fast and like whatever. And like I don't know, I always like hear my mom's voice in my head, like, you got this. And like my dad too, like my dad passed, and like uh
Yeah.
his biggest dream was for like me to do WWE, which is so funny. And like I'm always just like, I hear his voice in the back of my head, just like, go, 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 go. You got this. You got this. You got this. And like, it's
Mm.
just, yeah, I just hear their voices. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to necessarily like be something, but like just hearing their voice, like my grandma too, like those three are just like, whatever. And just hearing that like always like gets me like pumped. And my son's voice too. Like if my son was like, go mom, like whatever he can say, he'd be like, give me V-Bucks, whatever. Like, I don't care. It just I'm like, I gotta win because this kid's expensive.
He is. I seen the stuff he likes to play with. Like, okay, kiddo,
Yeah,
like you got it. You
rich.
got
This kid
it.
is rich.
He's got his
So
little. He
funny.
has a little switch, right? He plays on a
He's
switch and
got
all
a
that.
Switch too. He's got the
Girl.
new one for
Well,
his
his
birthday.
mommy rich. His mommy's a two-time
I
world
ain't rich.
champion. So
I am 3 times if you count Arnold.
I said two-time rogue, but yes,
Oh yeah,
three-time world
the world.
champion for
Yeah,
sure.
which is
Uh,
so crazy. It blows my mind.
insane, insane. Just to say that, just to casually drop that into
Yeah,
conversation, like,
it's
bitch, I
it's
can't
such a
imagine.
weird sport. It's just a weird little sport that like not a lot of people know about, but like
Right?
I have gotten so many people into it, and they're just like, "Where has this been my whole life?" And I'm like, "Dude, I
Yeah.
know. I started like Bubba Pritchett's age or something." Like,
Imagine. We
dude,
would have been unstoppable.
we,
I mean, we are.
I,
You are unstoppable. We're doing great as it stands. But
yeah, but like I'm
like
old. I'm old now.
raise,
Like I'm
raising
31.
up
And I
the next
still,
generation of strong
yeah,
humans is
yes,
so
yes.
special. You were talking about your dad for just a quick second, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I another reason why I picked you to be my first guest is because I've been able to bear witness to several of your comeback instances, and it's been really cool and special to see. And was it 2023
Mhm.
that you got your first podium, right? At OSG?
No, 22. I got my podium at
20
OSG.
22. And then the next year, did you go?
I did 23. I did go. That was the year my dad passed during the rules meeting.
That was the one. You
Yeah.
were I had never seen anything like that. I probably couldn't carry on like that. And that was wild to just sit in awe of you in those moments, because you were just like, there's nothing I can do in this moment. Like, I
Mhm.
have to compete. He would want me to compete, and you just fucking crushed. Like,
Was and it was so crazy because all my best events I did so bad on. I recently just watched it on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh my God, what the hell was I doing?"
yeah, yeah,
Like my deadlift was the best. My stones were the best. Like my bags were like okay, but my overhead was terrible, and my moving event was god awful. And the
yeah.
frame and the oh my God, we didn't talk about the frame. Oh my God, it was so bad.
Listen,
I picked the
listen.
frame up and it almost flipped. Like
Oh my God, and you messed up your hand too, right? Wasn't the
both
frame?
of my hands were completely torn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even finish.
That's just another one of those capacity stories. Like, that set you up to have the capacity to deal with the next thing at the Arnold, to have the
Yeah,
capacity to then really be the champion that you are now. Like,
that
that
was the
is
first time I didn't finish a moving event ever in my whole career. Yeah. That was the
Wow.
first time, and I was like, "Oh my god." And I just remember I just remember Mitch Hooper being in my lane. He was like helping out. And I was just like, he was like, "You did," and I was like, "Mitch, not right now." I was like, "I'm so sorry, but not right now." I was like, "Shh, baby, baby. Like, I need everyone out of my way." Like I was losing it.
It's
And then the next
yeah.
event was like the deadlift. So I'm like, now I have to deadlift and my hands are like shredded open.
But you did so good at the deadlift.
I got the
That was what you
fourth
pulled it
bar.
out.
It's
That
like,
was
oh
what you pulled
my
it
god.
out. Yeah, I think that was one of the ones that didn't you still podium that year, right? Didn't you
No,
got
I got
third?
fourth.
You got
Fourth.
fourth. Okay. But
I did.
that still puts you ahead of me, damn it.
I won the
It's like,
stones though. I never finished the stone run at OSG till that year. I finally finished the stone run.
oh, see, and
Yeah.
that's still a box I want to take one day. That's so
And I
cool.
got to go head to head with Nicole Ginrich, who is the world record stone holder.
The
So
Stone
to
Queen.
me, dude, I know. And to win, I was like, oh my, when she walked out with me, I was like, god damn it. Like, I just wanted one fucking, like, I know I could finish, but she's gonna finish way before me, right? And when I saw that we were both on the last stone at once and she started to go for it, I was like, you know what? Let me tack you up. I was like,
Yeah,
and I was like, let me take that second. I was like, let me
might as
think,
well.
let me tacky up. I'm like, because I know she can hit it, but if something happens, like she slips, I know I'll beat, right? So
Yeah.
then I took the second, I retackied, and I got it. And I was like, oh my God. I was so excited because I was like, damn, this is the first time like all weekend something actually went right. Like
Yeah. Well, and
I
that's one
didn't
of those
even
like we're
finish the overhead. I didn't finish an overhead event. That was the medley with the block and the yoke and
did you get no, you still pressed the yoke though, right? You didn't get
no,
yeeted
I
by it?
didn't. I fell on my ass.
That's you did you fall on your ass twice or was it just
Yes.
once?
And then during the event with the backpack, I was on my ass like 6 times. I was literally a
I want to
turtle.
do a fall collage.
Oh
I
my
want to
god,
make an
yes.
Inez
Like,
Carrasquillo fall collage so
yeah,
bad. Maybe that's what we'll do for
do
like the
it.
ad for this.
Literally though, I'm on my ass
The
every film
literal
somehow.
comeback queen.
Literally from the floor. God.
So
But yeah,
good. So
I
good.
was just so
Um,
distracted that weekend. It was very distracting and like very emotional, but I was just like, I'm already here. You
yeah.
know, I got all my friends, like you guys are all my friends. I'm like, I got all my friends around me. Like, I'm just gonna do my best and like whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever happens, happens. Like, there's always gonna be
Yeah.
more things to do. But that was a hard one to swallow because I was just like,
Oof.
yeah, big oof.
Big oof. But you were magical. Yeah, that was crazy cool. I would not have said a thing to you if you wanted to just go home and you still just did it. And I'm like, oh my God, I think about that often. Like,
Oh,
Gabby, you can get
yeah.
through this. If Nez can get through that, you can get through this. It is gonna be okay.
Well,
Like,
my thing
yeah,
is like if you don't surround yourself with good people and you don't like and you just like if I just went home and like went in my room and just like hid under the blanket for a week or whatever, like that would have been miserable anyways. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I might as well
yeah,
be miserable around people that make me laugh. Cause like when you and I
exactly.
get together, we laugh so much. We're so unserious. And like I just
Yeah,
remember like it was so nice just to be around, you know, people that like love strongman as much as I love strongman. And it's like I'm just around good people. And like you can't, you know, I was like, I can't like sit here and sulk. I will allow myself to sulk, but like right now in this moment, I'm not going to allow myself to do that because the people around me are like uplifting me so much. And like, that's truly like what I needed. And I was
yeah,
in an Airbnb with Aaron that year too. And Aaron would like check on me the whole time. And like, it was
good.
just, yeah, it was just like really good, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's support is so important when we're
Yeah.
going through stuff. Like, I feel like feeling alone is probably the hardest part. And we're all gonna have those like lonely moments, but it's gonna be things like these conversations and knowing you have friends to call that we can kind of like use to draw from and pick ourselves back up. So I'm hoping that this podcast can become something of like a source for folks to like draw from because we have some very unique experiences and I want them to be shared with the world. I think it's really special. So
I think
again,
that just sees us as these like bubbly, like we're strong women, blah, blah, blah. Like we're always having fun. We're
yep.
like TikTok dances, whatever. But it's like, on the inside, there's so much we go through. You know what I mean? And like we have to like kind of remove ourselves from so much negativity because like the internet's so mean sometimes. And like we kind of just have to like get over it and like do our thing, because otherwise we just
Right.
be depressed and sad all the time, you know?
Right. Right. What's okay? This is a two-part question. It's as simple or as elaborate as you want to be. What's the best advice and what's the worst advice you've gotten?
The best advice I've ever gotten is like in strongman or just like in life.
Whatever comes to mind. It doesn't matter.
Okay. The best advice that I've gotten overall is like represent yourself the way you want your son to see you, right?
Oof.
Because it there's a lot of things that I used to do that I don't do anymore, but like just like content that I would post or whatever was more like adult content, whatever, and I was into that stuff, whatever. I was on a journey through
No
life,
shade.
whatever.
No shade.
No
Yeah.
shame, but I'm like, I have a child. I can't like if he discovers this one day, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. So like the best advice I got was like, however you represent yourself, that's how your son sees you, and
Mm.
that's why I believe so strongly in being a role model. Like, it's not my job to be a role model as a pro athlete. It's my
Or be
job to go out
perfect.
there or be perfect. Yes,
Right.
to go out there and perform, win money, win titles, and do whatever. But I feel like in this sport, being a role model as a pro is so important, because the sport won't continue if we do not empower and raise up the next generation of women that are starting to get the opportunities that the men have been giving for years, right?
Yeah. It's
And
women's sports in general. Doesn't even have to just be strongman. Like the women's sports are kind of having a moment. We
the
got to
momentum.
keep leveling it up. Yeah.
But if it's like, if we're mean to everybody, we're not role models, like why would people want to like put their kids in this sport? You know what I mean? Why
Yeah.
would people watch us? Why?
Yeah.
I love reading the rogue comments of people like, I love that they hug at the end and they're just like all emotional and they like love you. It's like, that's because we know what it's like to be at the bottom of the totem pole and to get to be put on a stage where,
Yep.
you know, the men like Thor and Eddie and Mitch and all of them get to have, they've had that for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we finally get that moment. It's overwhelming. And
Yeah.
it's like, we did this together. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
Also, that feeling of being alone in your prep, like when you're right before prep and you just want to quit and you're
Yeah.
so alone, and then you're just so happy to see all your friends who have been going through the exact same thing. Like
And we're just laughing in the rules meeting. Like
this
when me
stuff
and
is
AJ get
important.
together, it's just like
Oh my
comedy.
God. I was so glad you guys clicked this time because I was like, yes. I was like, I'm there. I'm there in spirit. I'm like right behind AJ. Like, I
It's
loved
so
it. It was
funny.
so
I
much fun
love
to watch you
AJ.
guys.
But it's like, so yeah, I think that's the best advice I've gotten. And it like really like pushes me to like be a better person, because like I want my son to see me as that. I don't want him to be like,
Yeah.
oh, my mom was just a cranky, like mean, strong
Intense.
woman and like
Yeah.
intimidating and this and this. And I'm like, I don't want to be intimidating. I want to be approachable, because like I
Right.
want people to come up to me if they need something, you know? Like,
But at the same time, like I would love to like we can do all this crazy stuff now, but like in 10 years down the road, if the girls want to be intimidating and mean mug and go for it. You have the
yeah,
opportunity to do that because we open the door. And
yeah,
like I'm happy to continue being an advocate or someone to like
yes,
bring people in the sport so that more people can be here so that in the future girls can do whatever they want. They don't have to be a personality. They don't have to do
yeah,
all this stuff. They can just be. Like that's my goal. So like whoever shows up can show up as they are and not even have to do the extra shit if it's not on their like
agenda.
brand,
Yeah,
their agenda. Like just
yeah,
focus on the sport if they want to. It's
yeah.
cool.
And then the worst piece of advice I've ever gotten, I don't feel like, I feel like advice is hard because it just depends on the context. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it could be like, the worst
Or
advice.
like maybe like what's something that like someone said to you, like something negative someone said to you that really stuck and like kind
Oh
of
God. I don't
I know
know.
there's
At the
we
Arnold
could
this
go
year,
down.
yeah, at the Arnold this year, when I won Arnold, the first comment that I saw was, damn, she let herself go. And that upset me so much.
Go
Because I
to
was
the
just like,
top.
I was like, how did I let myself? And I'm like, okay, I gained weight. I was about 280 at the Arnold this year. I was a big girl,
But that
but
was intentional. Like
it
you
was
wanted
it
to
was a
win.
heavy show. It was a very
Yeah.
heavy show, and I'm like, I need to be a little bigger than I was at Rogue to like do this static, heavy, crazy shit. Like, I'm sorry, 300 pound stone to shoulder for two. I'm so sorry. I don't look like a freaking
Right.
pelican. Like, I don't know.
Pelican is crazy.
I I just thought of a long beak. I don't know, but I don't know my animals very well, Gabby. Um, people are always giving people are always giving women unrealistic body expectations. So Pelican literally
The
just came to
pelican
mind.
shot to the top. Oh my
Yes,
God.
obviously. But that
Obviously.
comment really stuck with me. And I've lost quite a bit of weight since Arnold. But that was just like I was like, I won. How did I let myself go? You know what I mean? Like I continued to like
Ugh.
do what I was doing, and that was like winning. And I was like, that was the dumbest comment. But yeah, let herself go. And then there was a lot of comments about my body at the Arnold this year, and I was just like, this is gross. I'm like, I won a title. I got to take a picture with Arnold, and the first thing that comes to your mind is she's fat.
Like, and why is that a discredit? Like, why? Like, we work
Yeah,
so hard. I mean, I don't know about you, but I work so hard to maintain like body neutrality because I know the things I'm doing are so much different than what anybody even understands, especially when I'm in
yeah,
training. And like I don't even I've asked my family to stop making comments about, "Oh, you look like you're doing really good." What does that mean? Oh, you look like you dropped some weight. I don't want to like I don't want that. Like I'm working so hard to get away from that and also to not let that affect me, but it sucks when it still does. It sucks when you still get that one like that sucker punch that you're like, "Dang, why is this making something come out of me that I didn't want there?" Like that's
yeah,
it's such a deeply rooted ick, you know?
yes. Well, it especially sucks too because growing up, I was like in high school, I was like 175, like I said. So like numbers on the scale
Right.
really mess with my head, and like I've gotten to my first second year of strongman. I think it was 2021 OSG. I was down to 220. I got really low,
Jesus.
very very low. I did recently made a story about it. I mean a post about it, a reel, but like I cut all the way down to like 220, and I was weak. I couldn't lift anything. I remember couldn't even like squat my body weight, and I was like, this sucks. And my nutritionist was like, you need to get bigger. Like this sport is not,
You have
you
to.
know, you have to if you want to like lift the weights you want to lift. And like, yeah, we have girls like Sam and Mel that prove like, no, you don't need to be so big to be so strong. But like it fucking helps. Like it helps a lot. And
Yeah.
it certainly does. Like, and I wanted to get to a spot where like I'm still able to run and still able to move, but like statically, I am stronger, and
Yeah.
I think I found this weight. I'm like 255 to 265 is a good weight for me. Yes, I look bigger. I don't fit in clothes. I look massive, but I had to tell myself, do you want to be strong and you want to like be a professional athlete, or do you want to be a freaking model,
Yeah.
And you
I
have to
think
be
you
able
look
to like that.
fantastic.
Thank
Not
you.
for what it's worth. Like I
No,
think,
I appreciate that.
I just you're even just your face. Like I'm just like she seems like she's glowing. You seem like you are so much happier
Yeah.
in your body and I love that for you. I think that
It's glitter. It's all glitter. I put so
it's
much glitter
glitter. Yeah,
on.
because that's what you need.
Girl, that's it.
Period. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think we're on the end of wrapping up. I want to ask this question on a scale in this moment from needing to pivot to gunning for a comeback. Where are you?
So I got my surgery date. It is December 1st. So I will
Okay.
be having my surgery. I did my
Oh,
pre-op stuff
do
today.
do a little rewind. Let people know what's going on with your current situation. So we talked about the
Yeah,
wobble and then the pinch and then the foot. So she's had
yeah.
X-rays,
So
MRIs.
the Liz Frank ligament or tendon, I don't know what the difference is. Rachel can tell you.
The Lisa Frank ligament.
Yeah, the release of Franklin ligament is partially torn. They
Okay.
originally thought it was fully torn, but the
Okay.
surgeon was like, no, it's partial.
Cool.
So I'm keeping it a little on the down low what my plan is, because like I don't really know what's going on, so I don't want to like definitive like tell people like what's going on. But like basically
Sure.
I'm having surgery to make a band for to replace that ligament or whatever in my foot, and to
Okay.
support bones that are like growing back, because my bones are basically pulverized underneath it right now because they got crushed.
Right.
But
Right. Right. Right.
um
Right.
yeah,
By
but
how
the
many pounds? How many
surgery
pounds pressed your foot? Sorry.
325.
Just that beat my
Fine.
stone. The stone fell on your foot. That was only 310. So we're just leveling up.
Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, it's crazy. But so because it's not fully torn, they're gonna do this surgery, and I don't understand a lot of Dr. Mumbo Jumbo, but like basically instead of putting a screw through the bones to like pin it all together, they're gonna try this different thing, and the recovery time's a lot better. It's less invasive. So like the guy was like, the wound will heal in like 1 to 2 weeks. He's like, it's very less invasive or whatever. And he's like, I'm really confident that you will be back like really fast too. And back in
Amazing.
training. And yeah, so it's like I'm gonna be back. The Dominator, you can't kill me. You know what I mean? Like I'll be back.
Can't
Like,
stop the Dominator.
no, like sucks. I
I
miss
love it.
OSG this weekend, but like
I
OSG
know.
will
Shout out
always
to
be there.
OSG girls.
Shout
This
out to
is probably
OSG
going to post
girls.
way after OSG, but I'm sure you guys are going to do awesome. And guys, we'll give y'all a shout out too.
Yeah, fine. Sorry, but the
My next
Masters
question.
50 men is my favorite weight class to watch.
Dude, they're so fun. They're
No, I
so
love that after
fun.
every event, half of them are in a wheelchair. That's my favorite part.
I like when Mark Felix is still doing his thug fizzle. I'm like, okay,
They're looking
Mark,
so good.
get it.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Yeah.
Um
I'm happy
uh
JF Carone's competing. That's gonna be exciting. Like I
is
love
he
JF.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Okay,
gonna be fun to watch.
cool.
I'm gonna have to fork out the $20 to watch it this weekend, but I'm very
I'll do
excited.
it. We can share a code maybe. Actually, I
Yes.
think I might have it already. I might just share it with you.
I'll just FaceTime
Um,
you and hold it up to the TV so we can
yeah,
watch it together.
perfect.
We're so
Perfect.
cheap.
It's fine. We're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. What's your surgery date? Do you have your date?
Yeah, December 1st.
I'm December 3rd.
Oh my God. I'm gonna
Okay,
wake up
surgery
from
twins.
anesthesia and I'm gonna go on Instagram live and wake up from anesthesia with Nez.
Oh my god. How long is your procedure supposed to take? Do you know? No clue?
I have no
You'll be
idea.
out for it anyway. You'll be
I don't
fine.
care. Just do it and don't tell me what you're doing. I don't care. Like I hate
Fair.
medical stuff. They
Same.
took blood today and they took blood to see my old man.
Yeah.
And the girl was like, why are you looking away? And I'm like, just do it. And she goes, you're being a big baby. And I'm like, yeah.
Not the nurse calling you out.
Yeah, no, she called me out and she's like, you're big. Like, what? And I'm like, just do it. Like, take it out. Like, my blood pressure was so high too because I get really anxious in a doctor's
Same.
office. Yeah,
Same.
and she was like, your blood pressure is really high. And I'm like, just take it again like 5 minutes. And she's like, it's a little lower. I'm like, just take it again like 5 minutes. And then before she left, she's like, okay, let me try one more time. She goes, okay, it's normal. And I'm like, yeah, it takes a while. Just
Yeah, it's called white coat anxiety. That's what I've been
yeah, that's what she
diagnosed with as
said.
well. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, it's a real thing. And I'm like, how many people just go by that first number and are medicated on blood pressure meds because they're scared of the doctors? Like that's
yeah.
insane to think about.
And like I'm
Um,
scared of everything. So like anything will make my blood pressure rise because I'm probably terrified of it. Like,
right. Right. Yeah, they've been doing all my pre-op stuff too, which is it's so many meetings and so much information and I never had surgery before, have you?
I've had a C-section, so
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They apparently I have low iron. Had no clue about this. I've been low iron for a while and I'm super vitamin D deficient, so they're going to put me on an iron infusion and a crazy amount of vitamin D. I was like, I probably won't even need surgery after all these vitamins. Like it's probably
where
going
your
to
hips gonna
pick me
regenerate
right
itself
up.
like Wolverine. Fucking
Yeah. About to just pop up on the next competition like I'm back.
oh my god, with the vibranium hips.
Truly, yeah. Two vibranium hips, and I'm all loaded up on vitamin D. Be unstoppable. It'd be
Yeah,
great
yeah.
on my quest to try and get better than fifth place.
Your comeback year, you get 6. You're like, damn it! It's just you on the ground, like going, no. Oh my god.
If I get fifth place again, though, I'm gonna make a T-shirt that said "World's Most Consistent Strong Woman" because at that point, like
Yeah,
that's my
so you've
spot.
earned that. You've earned that title. That is so funny. You're like, I'm just gonna freaking take these hips and do like CrossFit or something. Like, I can't do this no more.
Yeah, I was thinking about the recovery for hip surgery is like a year, pretty solid year, 6 months to a year, and I both have to do both. So I'm planning for like a year. I'm like, well, Maybe I'll just do like hypertrophy bodybuilding stuff for the year and just get really hot and then see what happens after that.
Yeah,
Like,
let's go.
just get just get
Dude, I know
yoked.
I can only
Like,
do upper body for the next whatever few weeks. And I'm like, I'm just gonna be like walking around like Johnny Bravo. That's the goal.
listen, you're doing good because I was so when I and you have I'm so glad that you just have like excuse me, people in your corner who got you in the right place, the right time, got you on track with the plan so quickly. Like your turnover from injury to solution is so fast, and mine has been so slow moving and so frustrating that it really put me
Mm-hmm.
in a pretty deep depression over the last couple months. Like it was pretty rough. Like I didn't even want to go to the gym and I hadn't. There's still weeks that I don't go and I'm just like I can't make it, but I'm gonna do other stuff. I've been swimming, I've been
Yeah.
doing other little therapies and stuff just because like the gym is tough and like as much as I
Yeah.
talk about it and as much as I post about it, people still ask, "Oh, when's your next competition?" And it's like, "Oh, I know you
I
mean
know.
well. I know
I know.
you mean well, but it's like, oh, every
Yeah.
time."
I'm like, I just told like Nico is the best. And just like Nico has been so supportive and he's like, whatever you're comfortable, like he's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. He's like, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, and you're gonna make a decision for yourself after I give
Yeah.
you what I felt, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I like that because like he respects my autonomy, but like at the same time, he's like not gonna like sugarcoat and be like, oh, like
Yeah.
if you come back for this comp, you're like, you're definitely gonna win. It's like, no, you might not be ready. And that's
Yeah.
okay. It'll be my
Yeah.
decision if I want to do something or not. So I love that. And like Rachel has been such a big help and support, and I love her to death. It's my bestie. And like
Yeah.
I'm just very, very, very lucky to be around these people because like I finally feel like the first time in my strongman career, I do have the autonomy, I do have that support, and I feel like I'm like also a person now. I'm not just like a
Yeah.
robot that picks up rocks. I'm a human
Yeah.
too. And people do treat us like that though. They do treat us like, oh, they're just athletes. And it's like, no, like I'm a whole ass person. I got feelings. I cry a lot. Like I got emotions. Like I'm a
Yeah.
mom. Like I'm a lot of different things. But like, yeah, my main thing right now is yes, I'm an athlete. But there's also like other parts to me. Like talking about my alcohol addictions, like big, because it's like I've never really talked
Yeah.
about that before. But like if it helps one person understand that, like, hey, you're not alone and like you can get through things. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I had nobody, but then like I got my family back. Like my sister and I are best friends now. I have my mom
Oh.
back. I have my it's like everybody. So it's like
Yeah.
life got
Yeah.
so much
And
better.
you even met a long lost cousin, right?
Yeah, which is crazy. It's
I
wild,
randomly went to a thing. I was involved with this thing at University of Oregon earlier this year, and met another person with the same last name as you. And I was like, wait, is this a real
right?
crossover? And like we connected you guys, and like you guys legit have your family.
It's weird. It's so weird. It's
Do
because
you
it's
guys
not a
talk at all
common
now?
last
Have you guys
name.
have you guys talked or hung out at all?
No, we're just so busy. Like I would
Yeah.
love to like meet her and stuff, but yeah, we're gonna plan it eventually. But
Isn't she's a pro athlete too, right?
yeah, I think lacrosse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like so it runs
lacrosse.
in the family and she's super
Yeah.
tall and gorgeous just like you. Like
Oh,
I thought
thank
that
you.
was so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, okay. Where do you want people to find you? Like is there any products you're working on? You want me to go to your Instagram, plug whatever you want to plug.
I'm actually working on a lot of stuff right now because I'm like, I have some time now to work on some
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, my coaching
Yeah.
business is getting crazy. And I am like, I'm still taking athletes, but like, I've grown from like 2 people that I've been helping to like 23 on the team right now. So like it's
Ah,
growing, it's getting really good. I do in person and I do online. I do teach my
amazing.
strongman classes on Sunday. Right now it's a little iffy because I can't really do much, but they'll be coming back as soon as I like get clearance for like weight bearing and stuff.
Cool.
Um, but the online coaching is great. So if you're interested in online coaching, hit me up on Instagram or via email. My Instagram is Inez_pro strongwoman. Easy. My email is InezCarrasquillo@gmail.com. I am chronically online, as you all know. So if you message me, I'll probably get back to you within the hour. And yeah, just like I'm just like a person. If like you need something, like don't be afraid to reach out. Like you will get a response. I'm not unless you're creep. Like if you're a total creep, don't message me. But um I have to say it's a disclaimer.
No,
You know
it's
what I mean?
true. It is you have
Yeah.
to because it's still gonna happen, but at
As
least
a
you have
woman in the sport, you have to have a disclaimer. But like if you are like struggling or like anything that I said today like resonates with you, like hit me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it'd be a great conversation. And like I'm always down to like meet new friends. And like if you're in a state that I'm competing in and want to come out or whatever, like that's totally awesome. And I love that people are fans of the sport and like whatever
Yeah.
you guys want. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I
One thing
appreciate
I can always vouch for Nez is she is for the fans. Like this girl literally responds to every single DM. I can't keep up. It's not something I'm not signing up for. I do my best. I'm so sorry. But Nez is
Gabby
really,
barely
really good at
responds
it.
to me. Her phone's on do not disturb every
It's
day.
bad. I got
Yeah,
ADHD. I get distracted easily, and I'm a Virgo, so I'm like very one track. Like I got a lot going
that's
on.
a
But
Virgo.
Nez is much better. And in fact, if you want to reach me, hit her up, and she'll make sure I get back to
Yeah,
you.
I'll get Gabby on the phone. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Horrible, horrible. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. I love you so much, and I'm
I
so
love
proud
you
of you.
too.
And this
We
is
gotta
just
link up
this has
soon.
been so
Right? We gotta
fun.
go party in our crutches, in our wheelchairs.
Yeah,
My
we can
god,
do
we
like
can
a
go to
sword
a
fight with our
party.
canes.
We can race each other.
With our walkers. Are you gonna be able to walk like off right after
For the
recovery? Like, do you
first
know it?
No, like the first 2 weeks, like non-weight bearing. I got a scooter. Remember Trey Mitchell on scooter? That's me right now.
His little scoot scoot. Okay,
Well,
cool.
let me tell. Okay, wait. Last thing. Oh my god, they
Okay.
gave me the scooter yesterday, right? Because the guy was like, "Why do you have crutches?" And I'm like, "Because they gave me crutches." And he goes, "I don't want to offend you, but you're too big for crutches." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." And he's like, "You'll get you a
Sick.
scooter." So I had to
Awesome.
drive 45 minutes to this other place to get my scooter, right? They give me the scooter. They don't tell me how to use it. And so I'm outside trying to like wheel to my car, not knowing the parking lot was downhill. I'm zooming, hauling ass down this parking lot, and I hit my car.
You hit your car?
I almost dented my fucking car. I'm gonna be in a fucking body cast with this fucking scooter.
We are gonna have to get you a pusher or something. Because
I'm just
the
gonna
visual of
I'm
you
gonna
just
go
like
to Costco and
wind
just
blowing
steal one
back
of the
in your
wheelchairs.
hair,
Yeah.
no brakes.
Yeah, I didn't know what I
Oh,
was
poor
doing.
thing.
I was going so fast. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god. So you'll be on a scooter for 2 weeks, and then from there is a
Like
walker
rehab and
or
stuff. I don't know yet. We're
okay.
I have
Okay.
my appointment this coming week to like talk through some stuff. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be walker for 2 weeks, cane for 2 weeks, and they want me to be pretty much cane free after that. And then
that's really
I'm,
fast.
I know, right? And they said 3 months to be like for the capsule to kind of like do its thing, and
Yeah.
then about 3 to 6 months I can start lifting light stuff, and then about a year is when it's supposed to be
Oh,
fully
wow.
back in business. So fingers
And
crossed.
are you getting both done or are you just getting one?
I'm gonna get my left hip done, and then 6 weeks later I'm gonna get my right hip done.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a journey. That's why
Let's
this is my
go.
project.
Cyborg Gabby, let's go.
Let's go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you again. This is
I got you
awesome.
anytime.
I love you